with all their playmakers. What's your take on that task?
We just got to be ready for 48 minutes each possession. Don't get discouraged when they make tough shots. They got a lot of good scorers on their team, guys that can create for themselves. So it's just about playing hard and having some fun out there.
Considering you guys coming from the Spurs series and they wanted to slow it down, the Pelicans have been playing with pretty incredible pace. Is it more exciting? We know you guys like to get out in transition.
Basketball is exciting no matter what style you play. It's a great opportunity for us to go out there and kind of move the tempo a little bit. That's what we like to play, but I think we can play either style as we've seen last series. But it's a great opportunity for us, and we're looking forward to it.
Kevin, what's it been like to be able to get staff back these last few days and practices and seeing stuff?
Well, when you haven't, when you're missing one of the core pieces of your team, and he hasn't been on the court with us practicing, but he's been in the weight room. And now, when you get him on the court, going through everything with us, it's just his energy, just kind of lights up the whole team. And he had fresh legs today, and that kind of inspired everybody out there. So we had a great practice, and have him out there the last few days. I know it's been great for him mentally, but for us it's been great to see him progress and get back to what he loves to do, which is the hoop.
Yeah, how about for you personally as far as doing the shooting workouts again?
I miss those, definitely. When you get a chance to work with one of the best to ever play, it just sharpens you as well. And, still sharpens steel, I always say that. And, I think he makes me better and I make him better. And, it's just it's a great opportunity to have someone like that every single day that you look at. So I'm looking forward to him getting back on the court and playing at a high level.
How dangerous is a Steph with fresh legs?
Oh man, I think a fresh, clear mind is more dangerous in my opinion for Steph. And obviously the physical part is going to come, but I think just having a clear mind, just knowing that we handle business in the first round, we put ourselves in a great position. And the fact that he's coming back and he can get rid of all the other stuff and just play ball, rehabbing and progressing, and your knee feeling good one day and not feeling good the next, that stuff can mess with you a bit. So just having a clear, free mind to play the game that he loves, I'm excited to see what it's like.
How do you see JaVale's attitude a little bit, and how positive and happy he's been throughout the season, and the effect that that's had on the team? Were there points just as one of the leaders of this team that you went after him maybe when he wasn't getting a lot of playing time and just said stuff to him to keep his spirits high?
Yeah, man, just encouraging him, man. There's plenty of times that we talked and just told him, man, it's you've been through everything in this league before. You've been through injuries, been through coming in here on a non-guaranteed and making a huge impact. Just stick with it. That's what life is about. That's what playing in the NBA is about. So much stuff can happen outside of just the game that you have no control over. So I told him to stick with it. And he's always been a hard worker, somebody that cares. But just encouraging him as much as I can, and along with the rest of my teammates, when they see him down, we're thinking about not playing or being out of lineup for a couple weeks, but just encouraging him and telling him that letting him know he's a champ with us and he belongs, and at some point his time is going to come.
How do you see Clay go to work? If he has a game where his shot wasn't quite what he wanted, how does he work that day? And how do you work through maybe a time if you didn't shoot well than going to practice the next day?
Well, just keep doing the same things. I think that's what makes Clay so great, is that consistency part. I think that's what separates just the okay players from the good players, and the good players to the great players, is that consistency. And the consistency is coming back to work every single day and not worrying about what happened the day before or what's going to happen the next day. And you see that with Clay, you see that with Steph, Draymond, myself, try to have the same approach. It's just that the work is the most important thing, and the game's going to come and go, but this time that you get to hone your skills and to kind of sharpen up some stuff is the most important part of our careers as basketball players, and Clay understands that, and our coaches understand that, everybody in this gym does. So slumps and missed shots and that stuff happens, but can't stop working because of it.
Kevin, you're a finalist for that NBA Community Award. So much of what you focus on is education. What kind of led you down that path?
Well, just seeing how vital that is in the school systems and in these neighborhoods and these communities, that so many kids need the good teaching so they can excel in life. So many obstacles you got to climb over, especially the communities that I come from, that you got to climb over, and you tend to forget about what's most important in life. And that's evolution, and we need the older generation to teach the younger generation what that means and what paths to take. So you know, just trying to do my best to pour into, you know, my communities and pour into the younger generation. And, you know, as the guys that, you know, been through it before, just try to give back my experiences and my skills and hopefully help.
When did you win that award? The charity of choice is that Boys and Girls Club in Redwood City. Why that?
You know, just someone I've gotten to know and invest in. You know, over my time here in the Bay Area, and got close with just people there and the kids there, and just felt like I just felt comfortable with that situation. So, win or lose, I'm sure I'm gonna continue to, you know, pour back into that community. So, you know, it's cool to be honored for stuff like that, but you really don't do it for the awards.
With all of your philanthropic work, do you ever think what you would have done if you weren't an NBA star?
No, I owe a lot to the game of basketball. It's taught me so many life lessons. It's taught me, you know, I've kind of grown up just from playing amongst different people and different backgrounds, ethnicities, and you just see all walks of life when you play the game of basketball. So I owe a lot to the game, you know, and it's really important that, you know, people realize that when we, you know, make it to the NBA, especially from tough neighborhoods and, you know, broken homes and, you know, unstable environments, that, you know, we had something that kind of centered us a bit in this game. It's really special to me when it comes to that. And I have no clue where I'd have been if it wasn't for the game. So, you know, that's why I just try to come out here and be the best that I can be out on the court, because I owe that to the game of basketball.
Kevin, you're showing the ability to guard multiple positions, and it's obviously an asset the team has played on. But where do you think you kind of got comfortable in doing that? Was it in Texas, or was it sometime during your time in the league?
Well, it's just a natural evolution of me as a player. I feel like, you know, when you figure stuff out and you want to figure out the next thing, you know, I figure out, you know, different ways to score. Figure out that I can make every pass, you know. So now it's about, you know, can I guard every position? You know, can I at least contain the guy that I'm guarding? I don't want to be a liability on the defensive end. You know, I just want to play as hard as I can and give the most effort that I can on that side of the ball and focus on that side of the ball as well. So I still got a long ways to go. You know, I still got to get better at guarding different types of positions, different types of players, and but I feel like I'm on the right path, and that's the beautiful part of it all. You know, in my 11th year in the league, I'm still learning and still growing. That's what I want out of this whole thing. So,
along those lines, do you think you're going to pull any Davis duty in this series?
I'm sure I will. And just like I said, just go out there and play as hard as I can and figure it out.
A few years ago, do you think that you would have?
Yeah.
When do you think that you started feeling more comfortable taking on the fives? Was it when they started getting smaller? Or?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not the strongest guy in the league, so I can't guard every five, man. I ain't gonna be able to guard DeMarcus Cousins in the post.
Right.
I might can for one possession out of, you know, 10 or two possessions out of 10,
right,
just because of my build. But I feel like I can make it tough on him with my length and my timing and my quickness. But when you give effort, you know, you pretty much can do anything. So I feel as though I can do anything on the basketball court if I set my mind to it. Physically, it might not work out all the time, but, you know, if my mind is into it and I'm mentally ready every single possession, I can do whatever I want out there.
You mentioned that evolution, but do you remember like a specific thing that sparked it, or it just kind of?
Nah, it just kind of happens. You know, when stuff just kind of you know, it's just a flow. You just feel it just kind of happens, and I think it's all mental. When you get that confidence, when you see, you know, you get 2 or 3 possessions of playing good defense, and that just kind of, you know, gives you that inner confidence to go out there and do it again. And then sometimes when you get too much confidence, it kind of knocks you off your horse. So it's that little game within the game that you play, that tug of war with your mind a little bit as a player. You know, it's just that's what basketball is about for me, and it's just the beauty of just kind of figuring things out as you go and learning, and, you know, making mistakes and kind of learning from those as well. So, you know, like I said, I still got a long ways to go, but I like where I'm at.
That year, early in the season, when you got that 7 blocks against New Orleans, you think that was a manifestation of evolution?
Yeah. I mean, that was a cool accomplishment, but I just like the positions I was in that game. I focus on, you know, guarding the ball. I like, you know, I rebounded the ball pretty well that game. I wouldn't just say it's the stats that really stood out to me. It was just like, you know, my focus on each possession. You know, I think that's what it is. That's what allowed me to get 7 blocks or have 5 block games, is that, you know, I was mentally aware of what was going on the defensive side of the ball, you know, each time down. So that's the hard part, just doing that night in and night out.
Kevin, you were earlier point about Steph, like fresh legs and your mind, like how do you see him kind of handle those elements along with maybe just the monotony of rehab, just being out, like just from the window you were in?
Well, when they went through it, I mean, it's difficult when that's your first time getting injured for that long. You step in before, but so if you kind of know what's coming, you know, it's easy to kind of take the blow. But I just seen, you know, you can see one day when he's seen some progression, and then, you know, it might not feel the same way the next day, you know, because in rehab sometimes you take 2 steps up and then you might get knocked down 1 step, and you know that's what plays with your mind a little bit. But once you start to see, you know, he's putting together some great days, you can see that in his face and just his energy, just everything, and you know that's just the beauty of a struggle, beauty of just a journey, and you know hopefully his journey ends with. The rehab journey ends with him playing on the court and playing extremely well for us.
These past few days, have you been keeping the score on those shootings? It's more just kind of a rhythm?
It's more sharpening each other, man. It's never competition. It's just about, you know, just going out there and just trying to get better. You know, that's the most important thing.
When you first came over here, Ron said that you're a natural scorer, but you could be a great defender. What does it take to satisfy Coach Adams?
Oh man, not as much as you think, to be honest. He's an encouraging, you know, coach. He's very optimistic about every player he coaches, which gives us a lot of confidence as players. But he also lets us know when we need to be better. But he always comes in and is like, you know, Steph, you had a great game defensively. You know, Clay, KD, Draymond down the line, you had a great game defensively. And coming from your defensive coordinator per se, it just makes you feel good. So. You know, it's just playing hard for him and trying your best, and he can live with everything else.
How do you feel about the kid from Alabama that your team got yesterday?
Oh, I'm excited about that pick. Shout out Baker Mayfield, man, going #1. That was crazy.
Didn't see that coming.
Didn't see it either. I ain't watched enough college football for me to even know what was going on with that, but I like to see guys come from basically nowhere and make all that money and play a sport that they love every single day, man. I'm excited for every one of those guys. So it don't matter where they was picked. I ain't watching enough football to know any analysis, but I'm just happy that all those dudes fulfilling their dreams, man. That's cool.
What I call the grading of the draft, or it's like
yeah,
kind of
yeah. See, I'm gonna stay away from that because y'all gonna get in y'all feelings if I tell you how I really feel.
Got you out to do, KD.